In this video, we will continue learning properties of exponents. The next property we will learn is raising a product to a power. When we have a product that's being raised to a power, you can distribute that power to the factors, all the factors in the product. Let's see why this property works. We have a product a times b that we're raising to the third power. Let's expand this using our knowledge of exponents. ab raised to the third means a times b times a times b times a times b. We can use the associative laws and the commutative laws of multiplication in order to rewrite this. Let's write all our a's next to each other and all our b's next to each other. And notice we get 3 a's multiplied together, which is a to the third, and 3 b's multiplied together, which is b to the third. So the product ab, all raised to the third power, is the same thing as a to the third times b to the third. Let's use our property of the product to a power. In our next example, let's distribute the power to each factor of this product 3 times x. So we're raising 3x to the second power. So 3 squared is equal to 9, and x squared is equal to x squared. So 3x all raised to the second power is 9x squared. Let's distribute the power through this product. We'll raise the negative 2 to the third power and the x to the third power. Negative 2 to the third power is equal to negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, and x to the third power is x to the third. Negative 2 times negative 2 is equal to positive 4, and then we'll multiply that by negative 2, and we get 4 times negative 2, which is equal to negative 8, x to the third power. Similarly, when we raise a quotient to a power, we're going to distribute the power to the numerator and the denominator. So if we have a fraction x over y raised to the nth power, we can rewrite it as x to the n over y to the n. Note, y cannot equal 0 when we use this property. So why does this property work? Well, let's use our knowledge of exponents and expand a over b to the third. A over b to the third is equal to a over b times a over b times a over b. When we multiply across, we have a times a times a, which is a to the third, and b times b times b, which is b to the third. So we get a to the third over b to the third. Using the quotient to a power rule, we can expand this. We can rewrite 3/4 all raised to the second power as 3 to the second over 4 to the second. 3 to the second power is 9, and 4 to the second power is 16. Using the quotient to a power rule, we get, in our third example, 1 to the fourth in the numerator and x to the fourth in the denominator. 1 to the fourth is equal to 1, so we get 1 over x to the fourth.